Welcome back to Forgotten Working Class Podcast. I am Tiffany.
I am John.
Today we have with us our guest, Billy. You can find Billy on TikTok at Rockin' with Wheels with a Z, and also on YouTube at Billy's Wild World. I will be sure to drop all the links so you guys can go ahead and go check them out. Billy, thank you for being here with us.
You you're very welcome, and thank you for having me.
How old are you?
I am 32 years old.
32. Where are you calling from?
I am calling from North Carolina.
Wow, is it getting chilly up there?
Well, our weather doesn't know what it wants to do. One minute it could be hot, next minute it could be cold, and then it could be raining, and then it could be sunny outside. It just doesn't know what it wants to do. So,
That's kind of like Florida.
Yeah.
it's like almost 80 during the day, and like freezing at night.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
Well, in between 60s and 40s at night.
Geez, so that is chilly. That's chilly for us, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Billy, what do you do for work?
Um, I do a lot of social media stuff. Like I do some promoting for different outdoor companies, and I run my own outdoor page called Wheelchair Outdoors. That's actually the hat I'm wearing today.
I like it.
I
Very
like it.
cool.
And on the side, I'm a volunteer firefighter.
Super cool. Very cool. How'd you get into that?
Well, whenever I went to Louisiana with my other family, because I got some family that I adopted up there, and two of the two of the fire departments made me an honorary firefighter, and they gave me a shirt and everything, and I saw how awesome the fire department family was. So it made me think, you, back whenever I was told what I could and couldn't do, and it just made me think, well, this is something that I've been told that I couldn't do that I've now have an interest in. So I was on the back of an ambulance going to the hospital because I had a UTI. And I asked the guy because he told me, he said, "I- I'm also a firefighter at your local fire department that down the street." And I said, "Oh, okay, cool." I said, "Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think they would add me on as a firefighter?" And he said, "I don't know. Let me talk to him and I'll get back up with you whenever you get out of the hospital." And well, I got sorry, I got out of the hospital, and he come to see me, and he said, "Well, I talked to him for you, and I know you were asking about an honorary because I only asked for an honorary, thing like the the folks up in Louisiana did, because I didn't think that I would be able to be an actual firefighter on their roster." Well, he come to visit me, and it's supposedly this visit where he just wants to check up on me. Well, he pulls out a piece of paper and says, "You know that honorary firefighter position you wanted?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Well, here, sign this." And he gave me a paper, and he said, "Within 2 weeks, we'll get back up with you, and we'll have to vote you in." And I thought to myself, why are you voting me in if you're gonna give me just an honorary position? So that sounded kind of fishy. Well, about 2 weeks go by, and I get a phone call, and he's like, "Billy, can you come to the fire station?" I said, "Sure." Well, I get there, and there's about 15 firefighters standing in a circle, and the one that I met on the back of the ambulance was there, and he goes, "Well, we didn't we didn't get you an honorary fi- firefighter," and my heart sank. I was so sad, and I said, "Well, why am I here then?" He goes, "Because we're gonna put you on the roster as a normal firefighter. Welcome to the family."
That's awesome.
So amazing. So
And
amazing.
needless to say, I cried. I'm not gonna lie, I cried.
I
I'm a
bet.
softie, so I cry a lot. And he gave me a shirt. Well, they they gave me a few shirts, and he pulls out a helmet, and it doesn't have the shield on it yet because he he took it off. Well, he gives it to me and says, "Here, this is my old helmet. I want you to have it. It's yours
Oh,
now."
that's amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and the funny part is he's he was the lieutenant. So if he had any say so, he was one of them.
That's so awesome. So, how long have you been with the department now?
I want to say 4 years.
Wow.
So what do you do?
Um, I just go to like the trainings, and I I help them train, and I take like if I go to a scene, I take pictures for the social media. I can help them switch out their tanks on their backs if they need one. Um, I can help get tools off the truck. I have figured out that I could fight fire for from the outside now because
Yeah.
because I've done it. Um, I could basically do whatever they do, except it's not a good idea to go inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's truly
That's
incredible. You are
amazing.
so inspiring.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it's kind of frowned upon to go into a burning building that's got a wheelchair that's able to melt.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
So
do so good.
so when you go on these calls, do you follow them in your vehicle?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. It, I have yet to get to a call. Um, well, I rephrase that. They've had a few right down right down the street from my house where they were close enough I can get pictures and stuff and and help out from my driveway.
Okay.
Wow.
So that's a plus.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
I love what I do though because they welcomed me in with open arms, and they have
Absolutely.
made me feel like one of them.
Yeah.
And
But it also must feel amazing because I know it feels good is when somebody tells you that you can't do something. Oh, you're restricted, you're not going to be able to do that. And then you go out there and show them that, yeah, that's bullshit. I can do it.
right,
That,
and
that's a good feeling.
it is, and it's all because people think that just because I'm in a wheelchair that I can't do most of the things like someone you guys c-
Yeah.
can do. And I'm I may not can do most things, but I'm the type of person that will try.
And that
And if I
shows a
can't
lot
do
about
it, then okay.
so awesome. That shows a lot about your character and your strength.
I don't I don't give up because I believe that giving up is never an option.
That's right.
So now that you've talked about being in a wheelchair, and how mentally and physically strong you truly are, do you want to go into a little bit about why you're in a wheelchair?
Sure, I can explain that. Well, see, whenever my mom was pregnant with me, she knew that something was wrong with me. And I do that because there's nothing really wrong with me. I'm just paralyzed from the waist down and use a wheelchair. But the
I like that.
doctors t- told her that there was something wrong with me. They didn't know quite what it was at the moment until later on. And they told her that if she could either keep me or she can, you know, in better terms, get get rid of me. And well, she chose to keep me, and they said that I was born with a condition called spina bifida, which is basically where my spinal cord was born outside of my body and into this bubble. And I was born with hydrocephalus, which means water on the brain. So I had to go through two surgeries within the first 24 hours of my life, or I
Wow.
wouldn't be
God,
here.
that's wild.
And they told her I wouldn't live to see the age of 13
Look at you now.
Yeah, beating the odds.
by a long shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, but they kept trying to fill her head of this, that, and everything else. And if I did live to see the age of 13, I'd be a vegetable and wouldn't know anybody and wouldn't be able to do this and wouldn't be able to do that. Well, they were clearly wrong.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, have you had other surgeries besides the initial ones?
Oh yeah, I've had multiple. I've had like 6 just on my head
Wow.
because of um shunt malfunctions, which is which is a tube that runs from my brain to my heart. It
Okay.
did go to my stomach, but my stomach has so much scar tissue they couldn't put it back, and that was back in two, 2000 or something. I don't remember which year it was. But it was a time whenever I went sepsis due to a pressure sore. I had 106 temperature,
Wow.
Jesus.
and the doctor said, "Are you sure it wasn't 100.6?" I said, "Doc, all due respect, if it was 100.6, I'd be at the house right now trying to get my temperature down. But here we are." He's like, "Do you realize you're not supposed to be conscious right now because your brain is literally frying?"
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And I was laughing, joking, carrying on. And the funny part about that whole thing is that whole day prior, I was out fishing all day long
Oh my goodness.
and didn't even know I had a temperature.
Wow.
It's wild.
Never knew it until I got home. But
Crazy. So, do you get sick often or?
um, not really. I mean, I'll get a UTI here and there, and sometimes it might land or put put me in the hospital for a few days. But and I've had the flu once this year, and
Okay.
but it's not bad. I've really been a blessed man. I really have. And I try to stay away from people who are sick
Yeah.
because someone like me whose immune system is pretty much trash, it'll end me up in the hospital.
Yeah, you definitely want to be careful.
Yeah.
So, spina bifida. You said you were born with your spine outside of your body?
Yes, my spinal cord.
Spinal cord, yes.
Yes,
So, is it back in your body?
yes.
Okay.
I have the scar to prove it now. Right down the spine.
Okay.
But
And
see,
you're
there's 3 different kinds of spina bifida. I had the worst form, which is myelomeningocele, and then there's meningocele, which is less worse, and then there's occulta. With occulta, most people are able to walk. So
okay.
yeah,
So, do you live alone or do you require help?
I live with my parents. My mom, she's my aide.
Okay.
So
You were
and
talking very highly about her.
I do. I love my mama. She's my hero. She's the one who keeps me going for sure.
That's so awesome.
If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be the person I am today.
That's beautiful. Do you have siblings?
I do. I have two sisters.
Okay. Do
Yeah.
they have any limitations?
Do they have what?
Any limitations?
No. They're grown and got kids and married and doing their own thing.
Okay. So,
I'm
what?
I'm the baby.
You're the baby.
So you like doing outdoor stuff.
I
I
love
seen,
the outdoors.
I seen that you had one of those badass wheelchairs with the tracks on it.
That thing is bad.
That thing is
It
sick.
really is.
I seen that and I was like, God damn, he's got a tank.
Yeah, it's bad. I've had that thing through ditches. I went through a ditch and out the other side
Yeah, I was thinking
without
of
even
wicked
flipping
looking.
over.
You're truly
It's
doing everything you were told that you cannot do.
yes,
It's
exactly.
amazing.
So you own that wheelchair?
I do. I own it. Um,
Awesome.
and I'm going to give this piece of information for anyone who may want one also. If you don't want to pay the full price of like 14 grand, I got mine off of Marketplace on Facebook,
Oh my goodness.
and it was 4,500.
Wow.
So that takes $10,000
Yeah.
off of it.
Yep.
Did you have to do any work to it?
No,
That's
nope. Just had to
awesome.
go and get it.
Wow.
And talk about power. That chair has got some power.
How fast does it go?
Um, well, the power makes up for the speed. So I would guess probably about 4 miles an hour.
Okay.
But it'll just
Um,
truck through everything, right?
yes,
Yeah.
I, I have some step brothers and stepsisters too. So whenever I got it, my stepbrother was here, and we were told from the owner that his Volkswagen van wouldn't crank. So what did he do to move his van because he wanted to move it? He hooks the chair up to the van and pulls his van across the yard.
Oh my goodness.
And me
That's a
myself,
strong. That's strong for that.
and me myself di- didn't believe it. So I asked my stepbrother. I said, "Hey, can I hook your truck up to the back of my van or to the back of my chair?" He goes, "Sure." Well, hooked it up. He put it in neutral so I can move it, and I pull it across the yard.
No shit.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
I said, "Wow, this thing is strong."
So
So
is that the one you go and you take out hunting and fishing and stuff?
I do a lot. Yeah, I take it out a lot. Right now it needs new batteries, but that's all right.
Very cool. So you hunt?
I I do. I love to hunt.
What do you hunt for?
Um, well, whatever's in
Whatever the
season.
season.
Um, deer deer is in now. Turkey. Um, stuff like that. I I I used to do a little bit of squirrel hunting and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
Do you eat squirrel?
I do. Um,
You.
No, that's good.
well, if you're a hunter, you eat what you get.
Yeah, no waste.
If you don't, then that's just not right. That's just
Yeah.
You're just killing.
considered. Yeah, exactly. It's
You're just
considered
killing. You ain't.
killing.
You're not hunting at all.
No, I, and and that's the way I feel. If you're gonna go out and shoot something, eat it.
Yeah. Eat what you kill.
If not, then stop. That's just how I am.
What kind of fishing do you do?
Um, I, I like it all, man. I like bass fishing, cat fishing, saltwater fishing.
Yep.
Um, I I love it all. It's just anytime I get to be outdoors and closer to the big man upstairs. Cause see, I, I'm a believer,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a believer because how else can I still be here and still fight through what I do if there wasn't a greater power?
Yeah.
That's just how I think, you know. And so as the old saying goes, you gotta believe in something or you'll fall for anything.
Absolutely. That's very true.
And well, I choose to believe in God, and it helps me so much. And I just don't have any more explanation to, you know, except for the fact that I'm a strong-willed person and I was raised to never give up and to keep pushing no matter what. But
That's good.
Yeah, one of our buddies the other day was talking about, how the disabled community is so depressing.
it
And,
is.
that's why we wanted to create this channel is to show people like you, you're telling your story about how you're persevering. You've lived now double the life that you were told you were going to live, and you are absolutely living it to the fullest.
You're gonna inspire others.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I sure try to. Be- because I don't know if you guys knew this or not about me, but I'm also a motivational speaker.
Very cool.
That's
And
awesome.
I do a lot of it online, but I've been to churches to speak and everything else. I'm trying to work my way up to hopefully being able to travel a little to different states to speak
Yeah, that'd be a great thing.
Yeah,
because Lord knows with the world the the way it is now, we need that positivity.
Yeah.
absolutely.
And if I can give it, I'm gonna give it.
Have you ever gone to any of the hospitals and spoke?
I haven't.
No.
I would love to, but I'm just afraid of going to the hospital and getting sick
Yeah.
Very
while
true.
doing it.
Very true.
Well, it's amazing that you do it, at church. That's so beautiful.
I I love doing it on social media too because that's the one place that everybody will see it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can speak to everyone in the comfort of my own home.
Very
and
true.
and and that's what I love about it. But see, I want to talk to people face to face, and if I can help just one person, if I can just save one person's life out of something dark, then my job is done. And that's just how I am. I want to prove to people that look, just because life has dealt you a bad hand, you don't have to just give up on what you want to do in life. You're capable of doing whatever you want as long as you have the right mindset.
Absolutely.
That's 100% true.
It's not about anything else except your mindset.
Yep.
If you if you're stuck in a life where you think that you can't do certain things because you're disabled or whatever, then you need to change your mindset because your mind believes what you tell it. If you feed it negativity, it's going to believe negative thoughts. If you
Yep.
feed it positivity, then positive thoughts will come out of it.
Did you always think this way? Were you always so wise?
Um, no, I wasn't. Um, and I'm not ashamed to say it.
Okay.
I wasn't. It was. I used to think that I couldn't do this and I couldn't do that and all this stuff. But then growing up, my mom kind of opened my eyes and said, "Listen, you could do anything that you put your mind to." And when she told me that, I I was about knee high to a grasshopper. I was a little kid, and after she said that, it took me forever to realize that. You know, I dealt with a little bit of depression because I got bullied in school and all that good stuff. But growing up, it kind of got better and I kind of got stronger and I kind of wanted, or I kept thinking what I wanted to do with my life. And I just became more of a positive person and said, listen, this life isn't for me anymore. It's time for me to figure out how to be positive and how to help people. And a few years ago, I decided I wanted to become a motivational speaker because I made Wheelchair Outdoors to try to inspire, encourage people. Just what I said a few minutes ago. Just because life has dealt you a bad hand, does not mean you can't enjoy the outdoors. It can't. It does not mean you can't go fishing. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy life to the absolute fullest of your ability. And I started doing these motivational videos on Wheelchair Outdoors, and people were like, "Dude, you have got to keep doing more of these." So, ever since then, I've been doing them for off and on, and well, more recently in the last couple years. But I started my wheelchair outdoor page nine years ago,
Wow.
and I've been doing it ever since.
And you have a really big following too. So
Yeah,
I hope you never stop inspiring people.
Yeah,
I
because
sure don't plan on it
it
because
makes it.
sorry, what?
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I made a promise to myself and a promise to my mama that as long as there's a breath in me, I'm going to continue to fight. I'm going to continue to inspire people. I'm going to continue to lift people up and push people because I feel like that's what God put me here to do. And I noticed that whenever I was on bed rest for a whole entire year because of a pressure sore. I said, God, why are you putting me through this? Why am I suffering? And it's like I heard a voice in my head tell me, look, I brought you to this point. I'm going to bring you out of it too, so you can have another chapter of your life to tell what you've been through. Well, he was right.
I love your outlook. I just adore you. I really, really do.
I like how you make these videos of you out doing your things outdoors and stuff like that because, you know, you were in a dark place. I've been in a dark place. A lot of people have through that, in their life. And for somebody, when you're in a dark place, for somebody to tell you, it's going to get better, you can go out fishing, you can do stuff. They look at it and they say, all right, cool. They don't take it that serious. But when they see videos of you out there doing these things, they look at that and say, well, shit, he's out there doing it. Why can't I do it? And that really does inspire people. And that makes them really, if he can do it, I should be able to go out and do it.
And 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 that's exactly right. That's what I want to show people. You know, my wheelchair does not stop me from doing what I want to do in life.
That's right.
My disability does not define who I am. My mindset does.
Absolutely.
I
Just
love it.
because I can't walk does not mean I can't do what everybody else does. It may take me time to do it, but I could do it. I
So
may
what's your
have to do it differently, but I could do it.
well, you've certainly figured out how you're going to do it.
It took me a while, but yeah, I figured it out. It's like when it's like whenever you're trying to figure out something new, you know, you, you got to figure out what's the best way to do it. And you go through many different ways and you get frustrated at first and then something po- pops into your head. Ha, I got it. Let's do it this way. And you just take it and run with it.
Love
Well,
it.
in my case, roll with it.
So what's your favorite rifle?
My favorite one.
Rifle when you're hunting.
Um, I have two 308 rifles, so I would have to say that one's my favorite because I went and bought two. Well, I got them for Christmas for like 2 different years straight.
Nice.
I and then I have an AR-15, so I don't really have a favorite as long as it goes boom.
Yeah.
And you have full, do you have, can you lift your arms above your head?
Oh, oh yeah.
Okay. All right, very nice. And what
Yep.
about fishing? What's your favorite fishing gear?
With that, as long as I can throw out the line and put bait on it, I'm happy.
Come on, this man has like 10 rods. He has to
No,
line all of them at the
I don't
same
have I don't
time.
have 10 anymore.
Oh, I've done that too. Like if I got multiple, I'll throw them all out at once.
Yeah. You got to be ready because each one is baited different.
Exactly, and you gotta think, not not all fish are smart.
That's
So
right.
eventually, something's gonna slip up and go, "Oh, food." Nothing wrong with
So,
that. I mean, the more rods, the better.
That's right.
so back to the fire department.
Yeah.
You know, you never thought that this would be the life you're living. Do you see yourself retiring there, or is there more that you want to do?
Um. Yeah. I don't plan on leaving. Um. Since it's volunteer, I could pretty much show up and do whatever I want. So that's not the that's not an issue. That definitely gives me room to like do more things that I want to do in life and not have to worry about being kicked off. Also, I've heard my chief say many times. He goes, "Listen, you're not getting kicked off of this department. If you leave, we're still gonna keep you on the roster just so you can come back anytime you want."
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
that's
So,
Truly incredible. So you mentioned that traveling is a big thing on your list, being a traveling motivational speaker. Is there anything else?
um, I want to I want to get where I can hunt every state. So far, I've hunted in Louisiana. I've hunted in Georgia. Next year, I'm hunting in K- Kentucky. Um, I think that's it. But as far as been to, oh, I've been to almost every state on this side of the country.
That's awesome.
I've I've hit a bunch of them.
Now, when you start that, you're going to have to take pictures of everything that you hunt and hang it on the wall and post which state it's from, like your prize from each state.
yeah.
Well, I have a fallow buck over there.
Do you?
Yes, big one. Cause it was one of them like fenced in deals where you got all these exotic animals and actual like white-tailed deer out there,
Very cool.
and it's huge. Like it's not. I don't want people to think that it's one of these like really crunched up type of deals where the animals can't run and do and be
Yeah.
happy like they want. No, it's far. Like you can't even see where it's cut off at. That's how far it is. And this fallow, it it come up right to the ground blind. And my buddies was like, Billy, look look to your left. It was literally like staring at us. Like, what y'all doing? And it walked around and um got some food, and I said, that's the one I want. So I got it.
Nice.
And the first thing that came out of my mouth, and they got it on video because it was for a hunting show. The first thing I got out of my mouth was, I gotta call my mama,
Aw,
because they were at the cabin waiting for us. I
that's
said,
so
I gotta call my
awesome.
mama.
What show is this?
Um, I can't think of it at the moment, but
That's all
it
right.
was just a little segment I was on of somebody else's show.
Okay.
Um, but I'll let you know once I can find it, and
Yeah.
I'll actually send it to you.
Yeah, that'd be
Okay.
awesome.
I love that you love your mama so much. I hope my babies love me like that.
Yeah. Well, I'll get a little a little personal of another reason why I love my mama so much. The only father figure I've ever had in my life was my stepdad, and we've been here 20 something years. I, my my real dad has never really been a part of my life, so I've had to depend on my mama for everything since day one. And well, she's the reason why I'm here, so why not show her the gratitude she deserves?
Absolutely.
Yeah, she sounds like a wonderful woman.
Yep. The respect you have for her is amazing.
She's just as much of a fighter as I am. And I believe that's where I get it from.
That's awesome.
Because she'll come in here many, many times and go, Bill, because everybody calls me Bill around here. They don't call me Billy. I've come to realize that if my mother uses my, my whole name, Billy, I'm in trouble. But if she calls me Bill, everything's fine. But
Aw.
you should come in here and go, You help me keep pushing. So it's time for you to keep pushing too. Because I get down and I'll, I'll want to cry a little bit. And, it, it's okay to cry
Yeah,
because that, that leaves room for more fighting.
Absolutely.
And she'll go, You're the reason why I keep fighting. And, and it boosts me up and dries my tears and I push on.
it's beautiful.
So happy that you have each other.
Me too. If it wasn't for my mama, I don't know where I'd be.
Incredible. Well, I can't tell you enough how truly inspiring you are. And
I,
what a good man you are. You loving your mama like that and talking so highly of her.
I really appreciate it. I really do. Um,
I hope that
Family's
all your
everything.
absolutely. I was going to say, I hope that all your goals and dreams come true and you're able to hunt in every state and motivational speak in every state.
My goal with the motivational speaking is to be able to get on the big stage and talk in front of thousands of people.
Yeah.
Which big stage?
All of them, if I can.
Okay.
Every one of them that that has motivational speaking involved, I want to go. Because you see all these videos of motivational speakers and they're on the stage talking to all these people.
Yeah,
I want to be able to do that.
I believe
I
in
want to
you.
be able to say, look, I made it. So
Well, I hope this all comes true for you and never stop fighting, never stop pushing towards your goals and dreams.
I sure don't plan on it. Like I said, as long as I got a breath in my body, I'm going to keep pushing.
It's been an honor having you with us. Do you have anything else motivational that you want to leave everyone with?
Yes, I was going to say, after every podcast and every show I'm on, I'd like to leave everybody with some words of encouragement.
Please do.
To everyone who sees this, try to do it without crying,
That's
but
all
it's
right.
okay to cry.
That's right.
Absolutely.
I want y'all to know you're worthy, you're amazing, you're strong, and I want you to know that no matter what, you can put your mind to anything. Whatever you want to do in life, you could do it. If you think that you can't, change your mindset. Life is too short to be anything but happy. Life is too short to just let your dreams and goals go. Chase your dreams, keep pushing forward, and never let anyone tell you what you can and cannot do because it's not true. Your only limitation is what you give yourself. Your only limitation is what you allow your brain to tell you. You feed yourself that positivity, and you're going to have a positive outcome. But I just want everyone to know because they're not told this enough, and there's a bunch of people who need to hear it. The main thing I want you to know is you're worthy, you're amazing, you're strong, and you're worth more than what everyone else thinks you are. It's time for you to pick up those pieces in your life and keep pushing forward and know what your worth is. It's time for you to believe in yourself whenever no one else believes in you. I want each and every one of you to keep pushing, keep moving forward and keep a smile on your face because life is too short and you'll regret it one day just sitting there doing nothing when you can be chasing your goals and making something of your life.
So beautiful.
Thank y'all for having me on. I appreciate it.
It was an honor to have you on.
You have 2 new friends here, and I hope that, you keep in touch and we get to meet you here soon in the future. Like, you're going to make me cry. I'm tearing up. Like, it's not just for, those who have been told that they can't do something, but you are truly so inspiring to me too. You know, like, please just never stop sharing, never stop trying to motivate.
Well, the thing is, people are so cruel, and it really brings pe- people down. And I want people to realize how much they are worth. Just like you two, you're worth it too. You're you're worth it. You both are amazing. You both never give up either because y'all are amazing people, and I see that.
Thank
And
you.
I can't thank y'all enough for giving me this opportunity to be able to speak how I feel and tell my life story and just be myself. I appreciate it.
We appreciate you just as much. And like I said, please keep in contact.
Yeah.
I sure will. If you guys would like to talk for a few minutes after the show, I'd be okay with that.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being here with us.
You're very
All right.
welcome, and thanks for having me.
Thank you.